had been dealing with my father's illness, mainly Parkinson's, and the deterioration mentally and physically for many years. He was diagnosed in his early 50s, and so he passed away at 76. This period of time when he was here was obviously the most severe, and so we kind of knew what to expect, but it still takes a lot out of you physically and mentally.
We did research on this about 10 years ago, and we saw the growing trend of more people, especially baby boomers, being in the position of being caregiver, whether it was a disabled child or an elderly parent or a family member or a friend, and that number has grown. About half of all of us have either cared for a family member or a friend, or are going to care for a family member or friend.
I was juggling a new job, 2 kids, and of course just trying to continue with my career here at Promega and making things work, and always trying to have that balance between caring for not only your own family but then your extended family like your parents, and trying to get that all to work.
There's a lot of things that I'm starting to see employers utilize, but we're still not where we need to go. And if we do not support the caregivers that are workers and employees and their family members, and those impacts to productivity and their overall health, because it's extremely stressful, those are huge missed opportunities, and it's just going to continue to grow.
We launched this program in the beginning of 2018. Caregiver Leave is adding 80 hours of paid time off for employees who serve as caregivers and for a member of their family, whether that's a parent, a spouse or domestic partner, or a child with a serious health condition. It also benefits people who are welcoming a new child into their family, whether it's through birth, adoption, or fostering.
Focus groups are a great way if you're looking at the trending or you're getting complaints from your employees and workers that they're really struggling with this. So focus groups where you're asking them for their opinion and what their specific needs are always helpful.
We wanted to ensure that we weren't just setting forth a policy or a program that then wouldn't be heavily utilized. We needed to actually get in there and explain to people what this looks like, how it may actually apply to them. So it's really just getting among the employees and continually talking about this, and then role modeling it. Show how you make it work, and keep asking how we're meeting the needs, or what else might be out there that we're not touching on.
Culture eats wellness for breakfast. That it doesn't matter all the things that you implement, whether it's wellness, prevention, lifestyle management, disease management, if you don't have the right culture in place, you're not going to have engagement. And when you've got a poor culture, people don't engage.
I was always upfront, and that's probably the best advice, is talk to the person who you feel most comfortable with, whether it's your direct boss or your HR department or your benefits person, if there is one.
I think that in many ways it's important to remember that you don't have to recreate the wheel. FMLA policies already provide many of the protections and flexibility that we're allowing employees, but it's reinforcing it by adding in that paid time off, that permission to take that time away from work. And so really just proving that you mean it when you say the employees can take time off from work, and enabling them to do so with that paid leave really sends a large signal to your employee population that you truly care about their well-being.
In the end, we really can't ignore the needs of caregivers. From the time and attention it requires for the caregiver to manage that family member or friend, and how it impacts their health, and how it impacts their productivity. If you've gone through this, and as I said earlier, I did this year, it knocks you down, and you've got to be resilient enough to be able to get back up. And I do talk to a lot of people about it, because if we don't share our stories, we can't help each other.